But I really felt that God wanted me to speak about the power of being you. I think when we come to know the Lord and we're kind of becoming a new person, Kurt and I were talking about this morning, you know, it's a process of discovery. And the person that you've been becomes a new person. And sometimes you look around and you see other people and you can compare yourself to other people. And you can say, well, I don't look like them, and I don't worship like them, and I don't pray like them, and I don't think like them. But the wonderful thing about being in the Lord is that you have a new revelation of how wonderful and fearful and amazingly you are made. I was trying to print out my words this morning, and the only verse that kept on coming out at me was these words from Psalm 139, where David the psalmist says to the Lord, I praise you because I am wonderfully and fearfully made. And I think in a world that makes us compare ourselves to Instagram people who we don't know what they've been through to get where they are, but we just see them looking fabulous and we think they've got a fabulous life, or newspapers or bad news or good news, to have the realization that God, the creator of the world, made us fearfully and wonderfully made, as we are, individual, all different. You know, there are so many different stories in the Bible. God chose to reveal himself through people and through their stories. And if we stood up and each one of us told a different story, we would tell such different stories. There is not one size fits all when you're a Christian. You know, God made us all so different. And I think sometimes the enemy wants to come in and say, well, you're to this and you're to that. But the wonderful thing is that when you get this revelation that God has breathed life into you, exactly how you are supposed to be, then that is such a wonderful freedom in trying to draw closer to him so that he can breathe life and make you more you, so that you can touch other people's lives. I think it's such a shame when we try and be somebody else. Not that we know we're doing that. We think that we're just, you see, I see Melanie doing it that way, so I'm going to do it that way. But if I do it the way that Melanie does it, and I miss out what I'm supposed to be, then I can't reach the people that I'm supposed to reach. I can't tell the stories that I'm supposed to tell. I can't help other people be the people that they're supposed to be in the Lord. You know, only I have the people that I know, my family. And if I shrink back and say, well, I'm not like, sorry to keep on saying Melanie, but if I say, I'm not like Kurt, then I will stop the blessing that God has put inside me. And so much of that is not only to enhance my life, but to reach other people with his love and his grace. You know, we're all made differently. The Bible talks about us all being a body, and that we have all got a place and a purpose. That it's like a puzzle. And without your piece, the puzzle doesn't make sense. So you've got to be your piece so that you can fit in the puzzle and the puzzle makes sense. You know, we are the only church in San Pedro, and probably for quite a way around. And not only here this Sunday, but as we go out this week, I really want to encourage us to be ourselves, to love being ourselves, to enjoy being ourselves. I was diagnosed with ADHD a couple of years ago, and it was just such a relief because I don't pray in the way that other people might pray. Quiet time is never quiet time for me. But I have learned to enjoy myself in the way that God made me. Diagnosis, no diagnosis, I'm just made Jacqui, and how does that work with God? So I have a whole page here that I haven't even looked at.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic because that's really what I wanted to say this morning. Be you. Enjoy being you. Be you who God made. I think a lot of people don't want to, I don't want to become a Christian. There's so many rules, I can't fit. No, God will make you the best version of yourself. And he will send you out into the world to spread his love. So I just leave that.